going well, Trevor Scott, and good to hear you back in the studio. You didn't stay playing the Berry World Championships of mini golf this morning at the Berry Riverside Holiday Park. Yeah, it's certainly an asset for the region, that is for sure. And we're very fortunate, Trevor Scott, that alongside me today we are joined by the reigning South Australian mini golf champion in Lockie Dand. He's a bit of a wizard on the mini golf course, I'm told. Lockie Dand, Murray Pioneer Sport Editor. Good afternoon to you.
G'day, Lockie. Yeah, it's always nice to get an introduction like that. But, yeah, very glad to be here today. It's going to be a massive clash.
Yes, and glorious, Trevor Scott, you did mention glorious sunshine, and that it is here today at the Lakeside. Now, we were at the Lakeside only a few weeks ago where conditions were probably not quite the same as they are today. Yeah, very much so. I mean, we're not going to knock back any rain. We're not going to go down those lines this afternoon, but glorious sunshine here at the Lakeside. A tiny bit of wind. I wouldn't think it would be favouring any end whatsoever. It's, if anything, just going straight across the ground, but a trickle, if that is the proper way to describe wind speed this afternoon, that is for sure. Both sides on the field warming up. Lockie Dan, a big clash today. The Barmera Monash Roos last week, a loss to Renmark after being only 1 point behind at three-quarter time. They ended up slipping to third on the ladder, which is the first time for the season that's happened after in the early part of the season being in the top spot. Waikerie Magpies, on the other hand, I'm calling them the quiet achievers for 2025, just bubbling away, chipping away and doing their thing, and all of a sudden it's round 13 and they're second on the ladder. Yeah,
exactly right. And, I mean, I called it like time for top two today because I feel like the winner of this game goes a long way to getting into the top two, and we know how big that is with the double chance. It doesn't really matter if you finish first or second. I suppose it's nicer to finish first, but you still play that qualifying final. So Waikerie are giving me a little bit of vibes from Barmera Monash in 2023, where they just sort of time their run and came from the clouds. They're well coached. Their coach knows when to strike. He's played a lot of Riverland footy and been involved in it for a long time, so I wouldn't be counting them out of premiership calculations at all.
No, certainly not, and if anything, regardless of the result today, I think just a solid effort would very much solidify them as certainly a team that cannot be discounted when it comes to finals later this year. Only a few rounds to go. Both sides on the field warming up today. A couple of big changes for a couple of sides today. Well, there's only two sides in a football game usually. Haven't seen a three-team football game just yet, but who knows? Maybe it could be a new thing for the AFL to get onto. Look, some big changes for both sides. From last week's Barmera Monash side, out goes Tyler Whitbourne, Fletcher Dillon, as well as Fraser Sampson, who is a late out, the coach of the Barmera Monash Roos. That is a big out. Tony Drugamuller was scheduled to drop out of that side, but he's now stayed in the side from last week. We'll speak about those in a sec. For the Waikerie Magpies, just a couple of changes out from last week's team goes Sam Hannaford, who's a very key defender for the Waikerie Magpies, and also Tom Truscott, who's also gives them a lot of drive off half back. In for the side comes Stuart Liebeck for the Waikerie Magpies.
Yeah, and it just shows it's so important that you want your best side out there at this stage of the season, and all the players are going to be fighting for a lot, because not only did we mention top two, but all of these players are going to be fighting for a spot and to show their worth a game in the finals. And, I mean, Fraser Sampson has the chance today. I'm looking at him here. It's very weird not seeing him out on the field, but, yeah, it's a great opportunity for him to have a look at some players from when you take a step back and watch it from the sidelines.
Very much so, and there's certainly going to be pressure on spots in a few weeks' time. Another big in for the Waikerie Magpies that I just overlooked before is Ruben Rashudo, who we know missed a few games due to a suspension. He came back last week through the reserves, back into the ones today. A big in.
Yeah, I heard he played in between last week's game when they played at home to Loxton North. They played at home the week before too, against the Tigers, and he played very well from all reports from the coach, and he was buzzing that day. He looks pretty good today, and I reckon he's in for a big one.
Umpire tossing the coin between the two captains. Looks like we're going to have a second go at it. No, we're not. It's going to be Sam Butterworth for the Barmera Monash Roos that wins the toss and decides to kick to broadcast right to the Barmera Yacht Club and/or as Nobby would say, the play space end here at the Lakeside Oval in Barmera this afternoon. The final message is now getting shared between each side. A key game, we spoke about that just before, and we probably have overlooked our usual companion here today, Nobby Norton, not in attendance here at 5R Riverland football today. He did let us know that he didn't pull a sickie, just in case.
Yes, he's busy signing autographs, but yeah, no, it's I actually can't wait for this one. I've been looking forward to it all week, and I had to submit my tip very late because I couldn't quite decide, but I ended up going for Barmera Monash only because we're here. If we're in Waikerie, I would have gone for the Pies.
Yeah, certainly a real toss of the coin type game. Just quickly, some other big games this afternoon that we'll be keeping a track of here at 5M Riverland football. Big game at Loxton North. The Panthers hosting the Loxton Tigers. If the Tigers were unfortunate to go down, it would be very hard for them to make the finals from there. Saying that, on the other side, if they were to get the win, they could be equal fourth. That's how close the season is.
And both of those sides will also be cheering on Renmark against Berry today. So, yeah, it's big games everywhere.
Certainly is. Cannot wait for this game to get underway. Just a couple of minutes to go. Look, for me, both sides have had their, I guess, pros and cons. For me, it's the Magpies, I wouldn't say unassuming, but certainly not one of the sides spoken about a lot in the off-season, even in the first part of this season. Some very close wins, but they were able to win those games by a couple by less than a goal, which has put them in a good stead for this time of the season. Barmera Monash, on the other hand, when they're not on, they really are nowhere.
Yeah, you're right, and they are showing that at different stages this season. The other one I wanted to mention for Barmera Monash, he came back in last week, but this is the first time I think I've seen him since about round 4, is Jamison Whitbourne. I thought he had a really great first month, so I'm excited to see him back in action today.
Yep, certainly a big in for the Barmera Monash Roos there, and here we go, umpire just getting ready to toss the ball up in the umpire, Tony Florence, this afternoon. In the centre, we've also got umpire Todd Charlton up at the Barmera Club Rooms end here at the Lakeside. The 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's at Renmark, and the big arch has now arrived. Umpire just checking the 6, 6 and 6 after last week's little AFL game. Might be a bit hot on that. There it is, siren sounds. We are underway. Riverland football on 5RM, round 13, and a umpire has called a ruck infringement. It's going to be a free kick to Barmera Monash straight up. Burgermeister just unfortunate there. Just the bigger body just took his opponent, and Barmera Monash quickly go down left half forward, back in board, into the inside, attacking 50. Pack mark, no one able to get it. Magpies just bomb it out, looking at for Geeman and half back. Couldn't quite mark it. Manages to rake it in, gets a small kick away, but it only goes as far as the Barmera Monash player on half forward. And the Roos will have another crack back inside 50. A wayward kick. Magpies trying to scoop this one up to take it out of defence. Umpire has called a free kick, and it's going to go the way of Barmera Monash for holding on.
Yeah, it's Lucas Warnett. He's going to kick from about, pretty well almost on the paint. So I don't know if he's got the trip from here, but maybe both sides a little bit nervous with a few skill errors early, but sometimes a goal could settle things down. But I'd imagine you'll be looking for the pass here.
He's been one of their solid goal contributors this year, young Lucas Warnett. Call it in, Lockie Dan.
He's coming in from 50. It's on its way. It's right to the line, but it's touched, and it's actually stayed in play. And Waikerie clearing this away. Jared B's going after it, but in came Ben Haynes. It comes away. Waikerie off half back now. They go up the line and almost took a big mark, did Ryan Turner there, and the reigning Willis medalist Kate Hilton's held in.
Umpire says, I'll have it, and we'll go again. A ball up on broadcast wing here at the Lakeside in Barmera. 5R Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Just on a minute 30 played. Good duel in the ruck today. Barmera Monash get their hands on it. Albrecht slipped through. Waikerie now trying to rake it in. They managed to get a kick away, and here's Truscott through the middle. Couple of hands on it again. There is...
That was Jared B.
Jared B in it again. And umpire says, I'll have it. So the Magpies now just starting to steady a bit, and no team yet to score on the very better scoreboard.
Yeah, they tried to, probably had a case for holding the ball there, but not given. Butterworth trying to go through, Hilton trying to go through and held it again. So the umpire will have that one.
This is 5R Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark, and the big arch has arrived. Just looking at some of the matchups around the place. Can't see too many out of order, so a good contest. In the ruck it goes. It's Bonnie for Barmera that gets the tap away, but it went as far as Spenceley for the Magpies. Hilton, now B for Waikerie in the middle, into a bit of space. A bit of a dangerous kick. If the Magpies can get their hands on it, might be able to clear it out. Back to Spenceley, who just wraps it up and we'll get another ball up right in the middle.
Yeah, Callum Hudden around the place there too. So first look really at him this year too today. So see how he goes.
Yeah, bit of a mid-season recruit there for the Magpies. Now Barmera and Monash, there's Burton, drives it long forward. Magpies will get to the ball first. Good bit of defensive play. They clear it out. Truscott chases it to the boundary line, and umpire is going to say that's a free kick to the Roos.
Yeah, it's right. It's Jack Albrecht who is going to have a bring this ball in, but he's not actually balled it in at all. I think it's gone out. Is it going to be... Umpire looks as though he's signalled touch the boundary umpire. Might be a ball in. Waikerie want the free kick. Just see what happens here.
I don't think that ball ever actually made it inside the playing field. I think it actually stayed out of bounds the whole time. I've never seen that in Riverland football.
Well, it looks like Waikerie are lining up to take the kick, or are they just deciding that they're going to have the kick themselves?
See, umpire's deliberating here. It's a bit of a cricket type situation,
I think just called ball in.
I think umpire, Tony Florence has gone, all right, it's in doubt too much. Let's just ball it in. Probably the right call, all things considered.
You can't complain too much for that one.
Ball in, broadcast wing. Who's going to take this one? Good ruck duel again. Waikerie get their hands on it, but now Barmera and Monash, couple of link-ups. Butterworth, inside 50, good low kick, unable to mark it. Waikerie defenders try to dive on it and lock it in. Right half forward, and we'll get a ball up.
Yeah, Sam Butterworth there, another touch. He started really well, so yeah, ball up about 50 out, right in the pocket away from the Barmera Monash goal. Burgermeister got a tap after it. Spenceley ran after it, couldn't take it. Coming through now the Waikerie, but held into them, and ball's just bobbling about. There's not a lot of clean possession early, and it's still bobbling about. Came out loose and then picked up by Burgermeister. He's had it held to him and got another ball up.
Yeah, Brad Truscott just hard at it at the ground level before for the Magpies. Another ball up. We've had a few now. Umpire has decided, though, it's time for a free kick to the Barmera Monash Roos. I don't know what that's for. Albrecht gets a handball on to Butterworth quickly. Drop short. Ball now back inside, attacking 50 for the Roos. Umpire's called holding on. It's a free kick to the Roos. Jonathan Beach is going to take it 50 out. Ops against, going for goal. Kicks to the left pocket. Pops forward. Good spoil. Barmera Waikerie now. Tristan Geeman, some great defensive play. Manages to push it out and lock it in, and that is a solid bit of play for the Magpies defender.
Yeah, you're right. And I would have thought John O'Beach would have backed himself from there, but get a ball up about 50 out. Still bobbling about. No clean possession, really, but Waikerie trying to take it away, and they have now. So we go towards the middle of the ground. Hilton's underneath it. They come in from the side, and Will Cowling did really well. He tried to go through, but couldn't, and is still going around. And then now it came out to Wellington. Barmera Monash to Bonnie. Always a good user. Goes to half forward. Belted away. Turner will get it now. He hands it out wide. Waikerie up to half forward. Looking for Sean King. Sean King couldn't quite take it. Back onto it was Saxton Mitchell, who goes right back to Jamison Whitbourne, who's got time to mop this up. And he goes short and finds Will Cowling.
Not a bad bit of play there for the Roos, all things considered, but a bit of a dangerous defensive kick from Mitchell. Now Beach on halfback, pops it over to Whitbourne, who's got a bit of space, and he's got a couple of teammates out Townside wing. They managed to take some clean possessions. That's Lachlan Marks. Goes straight down the line. Punched over the top it goes. Waikerie now might get their hands on it. They go to ground. The umpire says too high, and that's a free kick to the Magpies.
Yeah, it was probably there. He just, went for the ball and got one over the ear on the way up.
That's Burgermeister, who's got the free kick on right half back for the Magpies. Goes the handball inside. Straight down the line it goes. Hilton couldn't mark it. Spills out of bounds, and that was touched, so this should be a ball in.
Yeah, it's going to be about 65. It's actually right in front of the road on the town side here at Barmera Oval.
Still no team to score on the Berry Better scoreboard. Ball's now back in play. Pushed forward. Magpies get their hands on it, breaking them tackles. Now it's Geeman, half forward, pops it up to King, couldn't mark it, push forward, and Whitbourne drives it out of defence. Just a wild kick straight through the centre. Barmera Monash can get their hands on it. There might be a chance here, but Magpie defenders are swarming to it, and they'll lock it down.
Lockie Marks, that was over the ball. He did really well to keep that alive and knock it forward probably 10 or 15 metres. That's very impressive stuff.
So ball up, half forward for the Roos. Bonnie doing the ruck work. Pushed it back. Roos get their hands on it, but locked up, and we'll have another ball up. Just looking at the interchange here, we might have a couple of changes coming up soon.
Yes.
Barmera Monash got a couple waiting there. Wilden and Ogle good to go. Push forward, Butterworth taking the ruck tap for the Barmera Monash Roos. Not your typical ruckman. Managed to get a clearance. Now we'll have another ball up right on the 50 arc.
Good old third man up style stuff from Sam Butterworth there. So just showing you can do it all. He's got a big role to play today with the coach out of the side, so they'll be looking to lean on him.
A niggle starting to form around the back of the pack there as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Ball now back up. Good tap from Bonnie. Barmera Monash unable to get their hands on it. Umpire's called a push, and it's going to be a free kick to the Barmera Monash Roos.
It's Dane Austin.
You'd think he'd be within range. 45 out. Barmera Monash waste no time in doing the changes. So he's got the kick, 45 out on a slight angle. You think he'd be within range?
It's going to be right to the line, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if someone like John O'Beach comes in from the side and tries to take a mark. So he comes in, struck it pretty well. He struck it really well. In fact, it's straight through, and the Roos get the first.
There you go on the Berry Better scoreboard. It took us 9 minutes, but we finally have a score on the board, and it's a goal to Dane Austin for the Barmera Monash Roos. They take the lead at 1 goal straight 6. Waikerie Magpies yet to score. A tight game early at the Lakeside, must be said. A lot on the line this afternoon.
Yeah, just not a lot of clean possession so far, to be honest with you. And I think it's just going to be who can settle first. We'll be key. We've got a long way to winning this game because Waikerie haven't had a lot of the ball, particularly forward of centre. They've mopped a lot off half-back. Tristan Geeman's had about 15 possessions already, but we're back in the middle now. Chris Bonnie's doing the mountain of work in the ruck, but Waikerie have gone forward with Ben Smith here. It's over the head of Rashudo, and Justin Bonnie does that better than most, takes mark at half-back.
Pushes it to the left slightly. Good mark from Whitbourne on the Townside wing. He's got a few options, but he's holding on to it here, Lockie.
Yeah, he goes out wide and finds his target. Barmera Monash trying to navigate their way to half forward. They do so now. I think it was Dane Austin. It's too wide though, and I think it's actually gone out in the full, and Lockie Nitschke will bring it back into play.
So the Magpies now at right half back. 10 minutes gone. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. Brings it inboard slightly. They all fly up for it. Not a bad mark taken there by Burgermeister, and that is Jack, who goes the short 45 kick to the right. Finds a teammate in Tristan Geeman, one of the Magpies' best already. Goes to centre it. He's got an option and manages to find Steve Heusler through the middle. Now inside attacking 50. The Magpies look dangerous. They've got numbers. Can they make something out of this? Justin Bonnie for the Roos trying to get his hands on it. Couldn't quite rake it in. Mitchell dives on it. Now Jake Spenceley off the bottom of the deck. A snap and it rolls through. And that could be the goal of the day. The 2018 Willis medalist, Jake Spenceley, shows the Roos. The Magpies are here to play this afternoon. That takes the scores level on the Berry Better scoreboard.
Yeah, well, maybe that first goal can open a game up. It often happens, actually, to be honest with you. And look, I actually thought Waikerie for probably the first time, and what are we now, 11 minutes in, that they showed a bit of good passages of play there. A bit of, clean footy out of the midfield and into half forward, and Steve Heusler just found his target and they capitalised. Yeah,
I'd say if you had an efficiency meter on both sides, the Magpies have certainly got the most of it and the most clean marks. So skill level might be a little bit lacking for the Roos early, but still a long way to go. Back to the middle it goes. Good tap, but umpire's called a ruck infringement for too high. And Jack Austin is going to get the free kick for the Barmera Monash Roos. Oh, and the kick was smothered. Braun now in the, not Braun, Miller in the ruck now for the Magpies. Up to half forward for the Roos. Waikerie tries to go through the wall and he's been taken high. Gets the free kick. Long way from home, 70 out. Goes inside 50 to a pack, and that's been mopped up, I reckon, there by Nitschke for the Magpies.
Yeah, he goes across half. He's trying to find a way through. He's taken a long time with it, but he goes wide and finds Cade Hilton. Good to see him moving well, the reigning Willis medalist. He wants Truscott, and he dropped the mark, so we get a ball in.
There we have it, a ball in rather, on Lakeside Wing here at Barmera this afternoon. 12.5 minutes played on the Riverland Wine Room clock. Starting to get a little bit more breeze just quietly.
Yeah, ball in. Bonnie tried to go for the tap. And it was dived on, and they find a way through. Goes towards the wing. Truscott went past it. Jared B, great pickup. Hands inside to Heusler. Heusler now towards half forward. It's going to roll inside 50. King's after it. Mitchell's tracking him closely. Great take by King. Hands it back to Truscott. He's going to run after it, and it's going to be out of play.
Enough of a hand on that one, though, and it should be a ball in, you'd think.
Yeah, you would have thought.
And that's what it's going to be. King, obviously dangerous for the Magpies. League leading goal kicker. Ruck tap taken, almost unopposed there. The Magpies had a free run at it. Didn't go too far, about 3 metres to the right, and 3 metres to the left if you're watching, 3 metres to the right if you're playing. And we'll have another ball up.
Yeah, so Ryan Turner in the ruck at the moment. Steve Burton came through. He took his time, but I said ball up.
Magpies calling for holding the ball, but might not have been prior just enough.
Another ball up, so it's Austin winning at that time. Jared B almost took it and went without it. Butterworth did go with it and bombs it out of there. Rolls its way towards, that is Luke Exton. He goes out wide. Cade Hilton unable to take the mark. He takes on Wilden. Wilden lost his footing. Hilton a great pick up with his left hand. Inside 50, just misses Heusler. Heusler goes after it. Gets a handball out, and Sam Butterworth trying to find a way through. Got a handball out wide, and the Roos will clear off half back.
Yeah, Brody Hill with that clearing kick, but it's only made it as far as the Waikerie Magpies in Lockie Nitschke, who kicks it quickly inside 50 to space. Wellington for the Roos manages to get it on the bounce, dishes it to the left, and they clear it out. Justin Bonney once again, pack, ball over the back. Didn't look nice. Now the Magpies, they drive it back forward, but didn't make the 50 arc, in Butterworth, just on half back for the Roos, has got the mark. He was somewhat getting wrapped up as he had the ball, and I think the umpires just let Magpies off there. Dishes it wide to Whitbourne. Jamison now out to Burton, who's got a couple of metres, but he's getting mowed down by Cade Hilton, who had to give him the little push in the side. Through the middle it goes. The Roos looking dangerous. There's Moore. Kicks inside 50, but it only got as far as Jared B for the Magpies. Now out to Miller on half back. Small kick inside and finds the 26 of Benny Smith.
Yeah, Waikerie now at half back. Comes to Lockie Nitschke, wants to go out wide, so the switch is on now for Waikerie, and they take a bounce, they go long, up towards half forward. He wants Ryan Turner, he's in a one-on-one, it's over his head. Mitch Wellington had better position, he goes to Butterworth, who's had a lot of the football early, and he goes short to Cowling. Now they go out wide, Rory Moore can take it at half back. He wants to play on him, why not, because he's got the room too. He wants to go into the middle now, he'll look for Beach, and Beach will mark. Hands it on to Brody Hill, Brody Hill goes inside 50. Wilden's after it. Warnett takes a great mark though, just held strong. Looks inside 50 with that left foot and finds his target. And Barmera Monash will have a shot on goal through Dane Austin again.
Dane Austin today, the key forward for the Roos, it would appear. We did question the Roos options up forward a few weeks ago, and maybe they've found one.
Yeah, well, I was looking at Mitch Wellington there. He obviously played up forward last year a bit, but yeah, in the centre-half back role this year, doing a good job. So they've had to find a spot. He's actually in a very similar position to where he had his first shot, and that was no problem. So this one's on its way, and it's the same result. That is an even better kick. Barmera have got another one.
I tell you what, that's the goal of the day for Berry Better so far. A 50-metre booming kick right over the top of the defenders. Cleared them by all of a metre and a bit. And there you have it. The Roos take the lead back. 2 goals straight 12. Leading the Waikerie Magpies. 1 goal 6 on the Berry Better scoreboard. 16, well, the best part of 17 minutes played. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM.
Well, he's pretty well decided that if we're not going to be able to kick them from inside 50, I'll just go back from outside and put it through too. So, yeah, they've started pretty well, and in a contested game, they'll be pretty happy with a 2-goal-to-1 start.
So Dane Austin with 2 goals for the Roos. It's Jake Spenceley with the 1 goal for the Magpies so far. A good contest so far, Lockie. I'm loving it.
Yeah, certainly. Sam Butterworth have been very impressed with, but we'll get to that at the break. Into the middle they go. Craig Miller was in the ruck. Stephen Heusler goes after it, and he takes it, and he kicks it inside 50. He looks for Ryan Turner, who hangs on to it. Had 2 goes at it, and it just found its way into his arm.
I like it. That could be a mark of the day contender early for Ryan Turner. I like it.
Well, I went early. I thought he actually was about to drop it, but he saved it with just putting an arm out and just held its way. It was almost like baseball when they sit in the glove. So he's going to kick from about 48. It comes in.
Straight in front.
It looks pretty good, but no. Goal umpire. They're celebrating Waikerie, but it's a minor score.
So that takes it to 117 Magpies, trailing Barmera Monash. 2 goals straight, 12 on the Berry Better scoreboard. Justin Bonney with the kick out. Looks for Waikerie, a dangerous kick. Good closing speed there from Taryn Brock for the Magpies, but Waikerie manages to hold it in. Goes inboard. Oh, this is dangerous. And Moore takes the mark, a courageous mark. Had Craig Miller running there, closing speed, but Moore managed to hold it. Pops it wide. It's gone over the top, and it's gone straight to Tristan Geeman for the Magpies, who wastes no time and gets it on quickly to Turner. Takes an easy chest mark. Outside attacking 50. He's got a few options running down. Oh, shakes the opponent, sells a bit of candy, then had to get a wobbly old handball away, and umpire says that's incorrect disposal.
Yeah, just wasn't quite sure what to do with it there pretty well, Ryan Turner, and Will Cowling wrapped him up. Goes short to Bonney. In great form again this year, Justin Bonney, the reigning best and fairest winner for Barmera Monash. He's got it at half back, and he goes short and finds Waikerie. Also had a very good year for the Roos. That's not his best kick, but can he mop it up? He's corralled by 2, but he gets a handball over the top to Albrecht. Albrecht kicks inside forward 50. He wants Austin again, and he's got him.
And this is the Jack Austin variety this time around. So we could have 3 Austin goals in the first quarter by 2 different players here this afternoon for the Barmera Monash Roos.
Yeah, well, they're just a family club, Barmera Monash, and it's just on show here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Made the trek from the Renmark Rovers only a couple of seasons ago, but I'm sure the Barmera Monash fans are pretty happy to see him in the double blues and not the royal blue today.
Yeah, he's going to kick from a similar distance to his brother, different angle. He kicks from 50. It's not a bad effort, but it looked always left, but it's done enough to come back and go through. The Roos get another one.
3 goals, 18. Barmera Monash leading the Waikerie Magpies 1-1-7. Just gone 20 minutes played. First quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark.
Yeah, well, Jack Austin, that is a great kick of the footy. So, again, they're just going, okay, well, we'll put them through from outside 50. Don't need the forward 50. So, yeah, no, they'd be very happy with this start. They've now got themselves a handy little buffer of 3 straight 18 to 1-1. So, yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't think there's much breeze out there, but maybe there is a bit more than we are seeing. But I look at that Australian flag at the bottom of Barwell Avenue in Barmera here. That is not moving one bit. So I don't think there's an advantage either end here, Lockie Dant.
No, not at all. So we're back in the middle here. Pull up. Burgermeister goes after it. Got a tap. Waikerie got a handball out. Bonney, Chris going after it, but couldn't quite take it cleanly. Waikerie inside 50 now through Geeman. He wants Turner. Turner goes after it. Wellington did really well. Tapped it on to Whitbourne. Whitbourne, a grubby kick goes Wilden over it. Made a bit of a mockery of it and had it dived on, and we get a ball up.
Yeah, almost fell over it and just sort of had to sit on it and just wait for the umpire to blow the whistle, and he was lucky that he didn't get done for raking it back in. So ball up in the centre square. Brad Burgermeister takes the tap. Waikerie was tackled. Umpire says, I'll have it again.
Yeah, so contested game at the moment. Roos leading it by 11. Burgermeister waxed it about 10 metres to half forward. Went past Bonney and Waikerie inside 50 through Truscott. He pops it over the top looking for King, and King has got it.
Oh, lovely 2-part mark there from King for the Magpies. Unlucky for Saxton Mitchell. He did everything he could as a defender, but just a slightly bigger body of King was able just to do the bump at the right time there. And
it was the late in Stuart Liebig that got that handball over to Truscott, who's started this game pretty well. Sean King, leading goal kicker this year. About a 25-metre kick. Shouldn't be a problem for him. Slight angle. Comes in. And he makes absolutely no mistake. Waikerie get their second. They go to 2-1-13. Barmera Monash, 3 straight 18.
This is 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's at Renmark. A good game at the Lakeside this afternoon, and that is why it is game of the day here at 5RM. I was only looking through the stats the other day. In the 4 years of 5RM Riverland football's return, this is only the 3rd occasion that we have broadcast a Barmera, Monash and Waikerie fixture, Lockie Dan.
Well, we were here last year, late in the year, and it was almost about this time last year that we were at this ground for these two sides.
For whatever reason, it just has never lined up all that often, but that is the intrigue of 5R and Riverland football.
Exactly right. So back in the middle now, Burgermeister worked into this first quarter really well, gets a handball out to B, found a way through, did really well, goes to half forward, and Truscott takes the mark. He's about 60 out. Thought about a handball to Ben Smith, went out wide to Geeman. He can get this and go. He runs to 45, lines it up, and puts it straight through. Great play, Waikerie. They take the lead.
I'll tell you what, there's a change at the goal of the day for Barry Better as well, because that was a thrilling goal off the 50 arc, and he just slotted it through, took the opportunity, ran off half back, saw that where the play was going, took his chance, right place, right time, took the mark, ran into the goals, and really caught the Barmera Monash defenders napping.
He just, whenever he gets the ball sort of within 50 metres on the run and no one's near him, you can almost put it in the book every time, and that's exactly what he did. And as I said, he's given his side the lead with two quick ones. That's how quickly the game changes here at Barmera Oval. So Burgermeister and Bonnie back in the ruck. Really like the way Burgermeister's worked his way into this quarter. Gets the tap. Nash Andrew came off the wing and was held to by Brodie Hill. Dying stage's first term.
So another ball up. Hasn't gone. Oh, another good tap from Burgermeister. It's found its way in front of Brodie Hill. Gets a handball for Barmera Monash, put it back inside. Stuart Levick mopped it up off the deck for the Magpies, and we'll get another ball up.
Yeah, Sam Butterworth, the Bruce skipper, just absolutely made him earn that one and said, playing A-grade footy today, you might be a late inclusion, but welcome to the game. So, ball up in front of the Lakeside. No clean possession apart from Lucas Warnett, who dribbles it to half forward. Exton mops it up at half back. He goes short. Burgermeister's taken it. He wheels and goes long inside 50. Can they get a late mark? Wellington can't take it, but that is the first quarter in the books, and it's Waikerie leading this one 3-1-19. Barmera Monash 3 straight 18.
Yeah, great game. Riverland footy on 5RM. Time to go around the grounds with Trevor Scott in the sideline view studio. Yeah, it's always great to keep a track of the Murray Valley Football and Netball League on a Saturday afternoon. Back at the Lakeside, team's about to get underway for the second quarter. It's 1 point the margin, 3-1 at 19. The Waikerie Magpies leading Barmera Monash 3 straight 12. Lockie Dan's with me. Lockie, you've got the goal kickers.
Yeah, Dane Austin kicked the first of the day, and then Jake Spenceley dribbled one through for Waikerie. Dane and Jack kicked back-to-back goals for the Roos before King and Gaiman kicked two in about a minute. So we're back in the middle now for the second term. Going after it, Albrecht, and then held to, coming out of there, Albrecht dives on it, keeps the ball loose, Waikerie at half forward, they get it out to Truscott, Bonnie at half back, had the kick smothered, well played by Heusler. Waikerie after it now, Truscott has time to mop it up, he'll kick inside 50, it's a high ball, and it'll be intercept marked by Steve Burton at half back.
Yeah, tight game of footy here at the Lakeside. Barmera Monash, good mark taken on the Townside wing.
Spilios there.
Yeah, back into the side a few weeks ago after missing a couple. Good to see him back, giving a bit of run for the Roos. Small one over the top. Manages to find a teammate in Butterworth. He goes to centre it at half forward, and good mark from Beach. He handballs over the top. Jack Albrecht had to turn back inside traffic. Oh, Warnett taken. Tackled. Now Jack Burgermeister clears it out. Oh, kick smothered there. Magpies managed to, the Roos rather. Spilios through a bit of traffic. Goes to shake the tackle, but he took the challenge on a bit too far and was done holding the ball. Jake Spenceley getting in there just to get the ball out.
Just letting them know.
Jake might have been a bit lucky there not to reverse that one, but anyway.
Taron Brock went out wide looking for Gaiman. Gaiman couldn't quite take it, but had time to work it back to B. He's under pressure, but he gets his kick away for Liebig. The late inclusion, works his way around. He's going to go all the way backwards. Waikerie now at half back. And John O'Beach will take the intercept mark.
Thought for a second there Liebig might have been thinking he was going on half forward, but anyway. Back up to right half forward. Bonnie gets the mark paid. Might have been chopped the arms, but umpire said that's a mark, so it's Chris Bonnie.
60 out. So this kick, big one, as he looks inside the forward 50, looking for Austin, and why not? And almost took the mark, but offhands it goes. Watkey thought about it, handed it to Albrecht. There's a free kick. I think it's going the way of back Watkey for too high, and he'll have a shot from about 40.
So Barmera Monash with another shot on goal. Now kicking to broadcast left, the bowling club end here at the Lakeside at Barmera. And a very important kick. They currently trail after leading by 12 points halfway through the first quarter. They now trail by 1.
Yeah, well, he'll come in, and he's, as I said earlier, he's had a great year, Matt Watkey. Come back into form a bit more in the midfield, and he comes in on this one, and it looks as though he's pushed it to the right, minor score only. We go back, scores level 3-1-9 each.
I think we even had Matt Watkey on special comments just there with our effects mic. You probably could tell off the boot it wasn't going to go through.
Yeah, not a great reaction.
It takes Barmera Monash 3-1 at 19.
Exton now in the back pocket, goes short to Spenceley. Waikerie just controlling possession for the moment. He goes to B, made him earn it, but able to take the mark at half back. Produced another pretty consistent season, Jared B. Off half back, goes down the line, he wants Burgermeister, and he'll hold. Working his way into this one really well. He's got it at half back here. Just some slow possession footy for the Waikerie, just trying to take the sting out of it a little bit before getting their game going. He goes short to Nitschke. Lockie Nitschke wheels around, gets onto that right boot, and he wants Tranderfield, who takes the mark. Sam Tranderfield, broadcast side, or Lakeside. With the left foot. Oh, that's a wobbly old kick, but he's turned it over to Albrecht. He handed it to Butterworth. B caught him, and that's holding the ball. Jack Albrecht probably didn't see Jared B before giving it to Butterworth, so B's now got it sort of in the centre of the ground. Way around, goes towards half 40, wants Hilton. Over the top it comes. Truscott towed it forward in the end, and he goes back in and gets it. He's wrapped up by Chris Bonnie and will get a ball up.
This is 5-0 Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Waikerie Magpies. Barmera Monash scores level to my calculations. 4.5 minutes played. Ball up on half forward for the Magpies. Doesn't go too far, and umpire Todd Charlton says, I'll have it again.
So Waikerie about 55 metres out from goal. Bonnie got a tap. Hilton put his head over it. And then it's going to be held in.
And we'll get another ball up.
Interesting to see the way this one is unfolding. It's very contested at the moment. Burgermeister went for a tap. Hilton tried to burst through, couldn't. Handball came out to the back. Tranderfield was getting it out to Smith. Smith wobbles a kick inside 50. Whitbourne tracks after it. Kept it alive via hand. Truscott lays a good tackle. Ball coming loose. Now it's a free kick going the way of Truscott for holding the ball.
Yeah, it was there. Young Albrecht got a foot on it, but he might have been a bit late. It wasn't really a proper kick. Truscott just centres it to the 50, but intercept mark taken from Mitch Wellington, who pops it over quickly. And the Roos have got a bit of a run here if they can get away with this. Spilios at half-back now. Just has to concede a little bit. Good bit of defensive play there from Exton for the Magpies. Just held him up because if he was on, he was probably going to run down the wing. Just goes back in board, and they're going to go on the big switch here. Roos can't go one way. They're going to take the other road instead. Now just conceding a bit of ground in defence. Now up to half-back. Dangerous kick. Butterworth the target. Good bit of work from B for the Magpies. Roos trying to work hard here. Kate Hilton got a hand on it. Now Heusler looking for a target. Finds Truscott. Just pops it into the 50, looking for a teammate. No one home for the Magpies. Wrapped up, taking the ground. Umpire says too high, and I think the Roos are going to get the free kick here.
Yep.
Yeah, it was King with the high tackle there. So the Roos through Butterworth go Townside wing. That's probably going to just be inboard. It was Waikerie that got his hands on it, but the kick was smothered. Now the Roos managed to get their hands back on it again. Now up to centre wing. Umpire's called after disposal, or is it out of bounds? I can't quite see what's going on over there.
Going to get a ball in, I think.
So
after all of
it
that.
might have been a boundary whistle that the umpire didn't quite pick up straight away. But good to see they've called it back, Lockie Dan.
Yeah, a ball in now. Butterworth again with his second ruck tap of the day. Burton got a handball on. Barmera Monash now go to half forward. Austin going after this one. Belted away from him. Heusler tried to bounce off of one. He got a kick away only as far as Butterworth. The Roos skipper over the top to Warnett. Can he take the mark? No. It bounces in front of him though. He paddles after it. Gets it onto the left foot and kicks a ripper. That is a brilliant goal from Lucas Warnett. Barmera Monash 4-1-25. Waikerie 3-1-19. And I think that might be the goal of the day.
Well, we've had a few contenders so far. It is raining goals. Well, goal of the day contenders at least. The fourth goal of the day for the Roos, and multiple goal scorers for Barmera Monash this afternoon, as well as the Magpies. But the first of the quarter going to the Roos, and they now lead by 6.
Yeah, well, I think the crowd reaction from the Roos supporters here at the Lakeside Oval told you that they were very happy with that one. That is a brilliant finish. He's had a great year, Lucas Warnett.
Absolutely. One of the standouts for the Roos this year in their junior ranks, stepping up to the senior level in a more consistent basis. We've played a couple of games last year, but very much this year, a solid part of this side. Back to the middle it goes. 8 minutes played. Umpire says, I'll have it again.
Yeah, Wilden was caught on that occasion.
So a lead by 6 to Barmera Monash, round 13. Second quarter. Good tap from Austin, but it's Barmera Monash to get their hands on it. Waikerie went to handball, but decided to kick it up to half forward. Finds Burton. Burton wheels around. Inside attacking 50, and a lovely mark taken inside 50. And I reckon that is Lockie Marks.
Yeah,
I be correct.
Yeah. And again, that was Steve Burton. Just that experience he's got. Two-time Schluter medalist in the Barossa Light and Gawler Association. So Lockie Marks all of a sudden can make this a 2-goal game. He'll come in and kick from about 40. It's a pretty simple equation, but he's pushed it to the right. Minor score, Roos 4-2-26. Waikerie 3-1-19.
This is 5RM Riverland football, live at the Lakeside. Jake Spenceley for the Magpies takes the kick out and just goes long and straight, attacking the game. Pushed forward, Magpies gets out in front of Hilton. Umpire says play on advantage, and the Magpies are off here. Turner has got an absolute paddock. In fact, he's got a small island. Gets it inside, attacking 50, finds Jared B, who just holds up and says, I'm going to go back and kick this one.
Might be Rashudo.
Actually, you're right. It is too.
Burnt Sean King in the goal square, so when you burn your full forward, you're going to want to have to put this through, Ruben Rashudo. So he'll kick from about 45 metres.
Apologies for the wrong call there. We spoke about similar haircuts earlier.
Tattoos as well
Yeah.
for Waikerie. So Ruben Rashudo, kick from about 45 metres. It's not a bad effort at all. In fact, it's a perfect effort. It's straight over the goal umpire's hat. Brilliant finish. Waikerie get their first of the quarter. Barmera Monash 4-2-26. Waikerie 4-1-25. 10 minutes gone, second term.
Loving it. It's a thrilling contest at Barmera this afternoon. Both teams know how much this game plays, and well done to last year's, well, the current reigning Willis medalist, Kate Hilton, who just, the ball was about to be called up for a free kick, but he just took the play on advantage, and probably say a few players probably stopped, but Hilton just took the game on, and they're the opportunities you got to take. Got that ball inside 50 quickly. Great work from Ryan Turner. Spotted up Rashudo and just went back and slotted it.
Exactly right, and Jackson Sutton wants to be an attacking coach, and that is exactly that philosophy coming to the floor perfectly here at Barmera Oval. So Burgermeister doing the ruck work on this occasion. Hilton held it in. Going nowhere was Wilden. Good ball up. Jack Austin in the ruck at the moment for Barmera Monash. Still in the centre of the ground. Burgermeister won that tap. Tap came forward. Whitbourne went after it. Came away to Tranderfield. Quick hands to Hilton. With that speed, he kicks inside 50. It's towards the back. King picks it up. Goes on the left foot. And
Coming back.
Across the face. Minor score.
That gets the scores level again. 4-2-26 apiece on the Berry Better scoreboard. Things are locked up here at the Lakeside.
That would have been an unbelievable goal from Sean King. He's done some great things this year, but that would have almost gone to the top of the tree. So Barmera Monash will bring this one in. I reckon they might just take possession here for a little bit. No, they go very wide, and they find Austin, who juggles it, but able to take the mark ahead of Burgermeister. Going up the line looking for Marks, able to take the mark in a fair bit of space. Paul Spilios calling for it. He ignores that one. Wants to go short. It's Rory Moore. Had a pretty good year for the Roos, Rory Moore. Very impressed. Another one of these junior Roos that have had a good year. So takes it on and goes through the middle. Gaiman unable to take the mark. He taps it on. Spenceley couldn't quite. Ben Smith couldn't quite. Callum hadn't got a handball out, but comes to Brody Hill. Gets past his defender. Goes towards half forward now. Wants Joe Ricketts to come at it. Ball got knocked down. Jack Burgermeister this time hands it back to Jake Spenceley, who goes out wide to Exton, and Waikerie can come away off half back.
They've got the numbers here if they can get on with it here. Out to Callum Haddon. Just pushing it down the wing they go. Great mark taken by Kate Hilton. Just holds up and waits for a couple of players to run in front of him. Inboard to Truscott. A couple of bites at it, but managed to mark it. Truscott wastes no time and pops it up to inside 50. They all flew up. Out the back it goes, and Saxton Mitchell for the Roos was there. Barmera Monash managed to clear it out, but no, they don't. Truscott's going to pick it up again off the deck. Mark knock taken from Barmera, and umpire's called in the back. It's going to be a free kick to the Roos. Pretty lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, Matty Wilden at halfback. Like the game of Truscott too, but Wilden this time going short to Moore. Had a couple of moments in the last couple of minutes. He goes out wide looking for Marks, and Marks can go. He's going to be able to take a bounce. He might even have a second bounce. He ignores against that option, gets on the left foot, pokes it inside 50, wants ball net. Ball's going to hit the ground. Joe Ricketts should be after this. Tony Drogamuller it is coming after it. Unable to take it cleanly. Got into his back, but got away with it. And now we get a ball up inside the Roos attacking 50.
Yeah, some great defence from the Magpies there. Outnumbered, but managed to lock it down for a ball up.
Craig Miller it was, getting the tap down to Spenceley. Goes by hand to Exton. Waikerie just using the boundary line but keeping it alive. Spenceley unable to take it. Was he taken without it? He was, according to Todd Charlton. It's not a popular decision amongst the crowd, but Spenceley's able to get it and go back to Exton, and Waikerie can mop up out of the back half now. Exton going short and finding Jack Burgermeister. It's Jack Burgermeister now. He'll want Nitschke, and Nitschke should be able to take this mark. He does. He'll go down the line, I would have thought. He's just held up by Tony Drogamuller on this occasion. He ends up going short and turns it over. Steve Burton now. Steve Burton right in front of the interchange gates. He's just looking for an option. He's got Mark short if he wants him. He will go there now. He hug the boundary line. So Lockie Marks is about 55 out from goal. Goes in board and wants Butterworth. He's had an absolute stack of it, the Roos skipper. Kicks inside 50. Wants Joe Ricketts to have a run at it. And Joe Ricketts marks.
I tell you what, that's another mark of the day contender. young Joey Ricketts. That was a great clunk.
He's been spending a bit of time up forward lately. He's a known defender, but that aerial presence, I think, is what Fraser Sampson likes. Looking pretty relaxed at the moment.
He's going to have a kick all of 25 out on the slightest of angle. This to get the lead out even further.
And he absolutely loved it. Barmera Monash move to 5-2-32, Waikerie 4-2-26. And that is an important goal for the Roos. Just a great mark, really. Good bit of play. They work their way through that. They get it back to Butterworth. Butterworth sits it up and Joe Ricketts does the rest.
Yeah, great bit of play there. And but Waikerie defence was working all right, but maybe a bit of a risky move to go through the middle. It might have been a little bit easier just to hug the boundary line. But nonetheless, it's good to see the Magpies taking the game on and getting a fairly high-scoring game for Riverland football so far today.
Yeah, and a very even spread of contributors. Dane Austin's the only multiple goal scorer, and when there's been 7 goals kicked, you would have usually thought there's more than that. Cade Hilton held up by Butterworth, 2 stars of the competition after that. Umpire just waiting for the ball to come back to him. So we get a ball up just behind the centre of the ground. So it's going to be Craig Miller who got that tap. Geeman tried to find a way through and did. Hands it back to B. B went without it, but the Roos go to half forward through Burton. Burton inside 50. Ricketts comes after it again, as does Warnett. Come out to Brock. Ball got knocked on. Joe Ricketts is going to walk this in. Oh, he shrugs a tackle, has the kick smothered. He goes around, and Waikerie take it over the line, and that is holding on or too high. Take your pick. And Waikerie have got a free through Lockie Nitschke.
Yeah, great desperation there from Lockie Nitschke. He just fought that one out right to the end and got rewarded for effort there. It was probably a goal about 98% of the time there for Ricketts, but just the bounce didn't quite lay in his hands nice enough, and Nitschke with the pressure on, it was good to see. Takes the kick out, goes left, Townside wing, but it's been intercepted straight up by Chris Bonney, who drills it back inside, attacking 50. They all fly up, spoiled forward, finds Butterworth. It's gone straight through. This could be a goal off the boot of Ricketts on the line. This could be another goal of the day contender. Umpires are going to deliberate on this one. The kick from Butterworth, I think, was touched by another player's foot. So if it's not kicked from Ricketts on the goal line, it's a goal. I was going to say it was going to be a behind, but that takes Barmera Monash now out to 6-2-38 on the very better scoreboard, leading the Magpies 4-2-26.
That was brilliant goal sense. Sam Butterworth scrubbed a kick forward. It was touch, so if he didn't get a boot to it, it was definitely going to be touched in a minor score. So I think they would have loved the AFL goal review there, but the goal umpire. But he made the right decision. From what I could tell, he definitely got a boot to it in time. And Joe Ricketts has got his second. He's turning into a bit of a weapon up forward now for the Roos.
Well, I think your judgment's as good as anyone's this afternoon, Lockie Dan. So we'll run with that. You are the match goal review system here at the Lakeside. Back to the middle it goes. Just coming up, 18 minutes played. It's Chris Bonney doing the ruck work that did his own roving and got a handball out. Umpire says, I'll have it again. We'll get a ball up around 5 metres adjacent to the centre circle.
So Barmera Monash now leading this one by 12 points. So it feels as though Waikerie almost need the next one. Good ball up. Craig Miller got a hand to it. Came back to Geeman, tried to burst through. Butterworth did the same. And Warnett held up, and we'll have a ball up again. So I just laugh at Craig Miller. Just called upon whenever Jackson Sutton needs him, and just does his job every week. He's in the ruck at the moment. And he couldn't take the tap. No one did. Bonney whacked it forward. Spenceley went one way, then the other. Goes short, pops in front of Naish Andrew. Naish Andrew went past it. Whitbourne didn't. He got a handball back to Beach. Beach puts an absolute high ball up in the air. It bounces. Butterworth going after it. Whitbourne got a handball over to Warnett. Handball to Spilios. Spilios now to Austin. Austin back for Spilios. Spilios held up in front of the Barmera Monash coach's box, and we get a ball up.
This is 5 on Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. The big arch has now arrived. 19 minutes play, getting close to half time. It's the Roos leading by 12. Jack Austin now takes the ruck work and goes out of bounds, and we'll get now a ball in.
Yeah, Sean Lassou doing the umpiring there. So ball in right in front of the Barmera Monash coach's box.
The Barmera Monash having a couple of players having a quick rest. Sam Butterworth taking a bit of a breather. So ball back in, drop short. Kate Hilton gets his hands on it, was tackled without it, and that'll be a free kick.
Yeah, he was. He just went forward from a tackle from Jack Austin, and he'll get a free at half-back. It's definitely there. B wanted it short. Hilton ignored that, went down the line. He wants Ryan Turner to have a jump at this. Ball got knocked down. Spenceley goes with a handball over the top. Does it sit for Liebig? No, because Wellington arrived. And then Liebig was able to wrap up Wellington, even though Wellington has about a foot on him. And we get a ball up.
Interesting from Wellington, not really an attempt to try and get rid of that, just conceded it. But nonetheless, a ball up. Inboard it goes. Magpies can't get their hands on it. It was Trent Ogle, but went about as far as half a metre and was stopped in his tracks, and will get another ball up.
Might have had a case for too high, but I know Jared B doing the right work on that occasion, so both sides just experimenting. Whoever wants to go up can whack it. Jack Austin wins the tap on this occasion. Rory Moore throws on the boot to half forward, and Jack Burgermeister at half-back. He's playing a good game, Jack, and he takes a mark.
Probably one of Finn Wakerie's best so far today. Gets it out to Spenceley. It goes back inboard. Small, drop short. But,
Sam Tranderfield
manages to push it forward, up to half forward. Ruben Rashudo, a couple of bites at it, but has a mark just outside the attacking 50. Decides to go on the big fat side, and that's a mark taken by Ryan Turner. Bit of a highlight reel this afternoon.
Yeah, he's a bit like that, Ryan Turner. Although he's not been
hang
paid
on.
the mark.
So, what's going on? Righto. Okay. Umpire says that wasn't a mark. It was a kick to Barmera and Monash. It was Jack Austin that just went quickly to Justin Bonney. And I think Jack Austin was standing the mark, ready for the kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but this time it's Justin Bonney going short. The Roos at half-back. I'd like to have a replay on that one. Barmera and Monash now about 50 out from the Waikerie goal. Steve Burton should take this marking space. He's got a man towards the wing if he goes there. He does now. He wants it for Will Cowling. He had the height. Was he front on contact? He was. And he'll get a free. He will pick it up. He wants to move quickly. Up to half full. Waikerie have the numbers. And taking another mark is Jack Burgermeister, playing a brilliant game. And he goes short to Spenceley, who's had a lot of the football, Jake. Become a star of this competition. Trying to find a way past Jack Albrecht. Can't quite. It goes backwards to Exton. Always a nervous time going across goal, but Exton able to mark and go. And chooses to go and go short to Tranderfield again. A bit of it, Sam Tranderfield. Short to Steve Braun. Steve Braun floating it up. Wants Burgermeister. This time it's Brad. He got knocked to the ground by Cowling. I think he was pushed in the back too. Truscott was able to take it away, but it's going to come back to Brad Burgermeister on the wing. Almost in front of the interchange gates. 22 minutes gone.
So Brad Burgermeister just goes down the line and long. Turner's underneath it. Couldn't mark it. Intercept from Jack Austin. And that'll be a kick to the Roos on half-back. Just a quick one inboard. Jamison Whitbourne slipped through the hands. Got a handball out to Cowling. Inboard to Bonney, but he couldn't quite rake it in. Back to Cowling. Waikerie are off. Umpire says it's a free kick. So Steve Heusler just on the broadcast wing now kicks inside attacking 50. Get underneath that. A bit of courageous play. Jared King pops it over the top. Waikerie outnumbered, and Barmera and Monash clear it out to Watke on half-back. Gets a handball inboard. Just mopped up though, and there's Jared B. Magpies might have another bite at this one. Tristan Geeman, one of Waikere's best for the season, and the last 10. Inboard attacking 50. Spot was tripped over the top. Umpire's going to call this, and he's going to have a ball up just inside attacking 50 for the Magpies. Half-time might beat them. They trail by 12.
Yeah, not a lot of time remaining in this second quarter. It's been an entertaining half of footy, but is there a twist yet? Ball got knocked out. Geeman unable to take it cleanly. Whitbourne arrived, coming through. Almost a high free, not paid. And that will be your first half of football here at the Lakeside Oval. It's Barmera Monash 6-2-38. They lead Waikerie 4-2-26. Massive half of football in the books.
Cannot wait. It's a great day for Riverland footy. The sun's out and 5RM loves Riverland footy. Let's go back around the ground to Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio. It certainly will be, Trevor Scott. Well, we can only hope anyway, but so far a thrilling game of football. Both sides have had the lead at stages. It was early on a goal fest between both sides, and then Barmera Monash in that second quarter managed to get a couple of, we'd say, fortuitous goals, but they were through hard work, and they've managed to get the lead out to 12 points as both sides are now just having their final bits of conversation before we get this second half underway. Lockie, Dan, you've been alongside me this afternoon, sports editor at the Pioneer. Look, just a great game of Riverland footy.
Yeah, certainly is. I just noticed Jake Spenceley having a extended chat with Coach Jackson Sutton there, so to be on fly on the wall there. But I'll just sort of go through some best players for her, take Nobby's role. And so for Barmera Monash, I think Jamison Whitbourne and Will Cowling have had some nice moments off half-back. Dane Austin's been good in the ruck. Lucas Warnett's dangerous every time he goes near it inside 50. Justin Bonney's been pretty good. Rory Moore worked his way into that one really well. Sam Butterworth has just about broken the possessions record, I reckon. He's had a lot of it. Chris Bonney's competed well in the ruck. Lockie Marks has some nice moments. So did Steve Burton. Joe Ricketts had about 5 minutes of madness with a couple of goals. Saxton Mitchell's defending Sean King well. That's a fascinating matchup. And then for Waikerie, Jack Burgermeister's done really well at half-back. Jake Spenceley's had a lot of it. Cade Hilton's dangerous every time he goes near the ball. Brad Burgermeister's probably got the better of the ruck duel. Jared B's been not too bad. Craig Miller's done some nice things when he's been in the ruck. Sam Tranterfield doesn't seem to waste the ball when he gets it. Sean King, as I mentioned. Luke Exton at halfback's been really good. Tristan Gaiman is really dangerous with the ball too and can drive them forward into attack. Bradley Truscott has had a lot of the ball too, and I'm impressed with the moments when Steve Hoisler's had them. He's taken them well. Yeah, look, really taking maximising the possessions is probably a good way to say that. Yeah. Siren sounds. We are back underway. Third quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. And another good tap from Burgermeister. Gets to Hoisler, wrapped up by Truscott. He was taken quickly by his Barmera opponent, and we'll get another ball up here at the Lakeside. Yeah, it looked like it was Jack Ulbrich, so in the ruck, where they go. Ball got knocked down. Truscott's come away with it. He's got a bit of room and time to spend it wisely. Goes towards Haddon. Whitbourne got a good spoil, but there's a front on contact there. It's always a hard one to defend. Haddon will take this ball. He's 55 out, so he's going to have to find a target. He wants Sean King to come at him. He goes in that direction, and Sean King can't quite take the mark. Burton off hands. Came back to King, and he was held up by Saxton Mitchell. So a ball up in the right forward pocket for the Magpies. Looking dangerous early, less than a minute played. Ball up now in the air. King doing the ruck work, but it's found its way to Waikerie for Barmera Monash, who just bombs it to centre half back. High up in the air. Now through the hands of Austin. Now back through Warnett, through the middle, and mark taken by Jack Austin right in the centre circle here at the Lakeside in Barmera. He just waits for a sea of players to go in front of him. Gets a kick away to the left. Over the back it goes, and now it's in the hands of Tristan Gaiman, who concedes a fair bit of ground, looking for a teammate to palm it off to, and they concede a bit more ground. Now Luke Exton at right half back for the Magpies. Goes the old short 45. Finds its way to Jared B. Another good game this afternoon. Inboard to Braun. Now the Magpies, nearly the switch, but Braun just holds it up for a second. Maybe has other ideas. Now goes back the other way to a contest. Haddon couldn't mark it. Push forward. Tristan Gaiman tried to shark the footy in. He went to ground. They dived on it. Haddon now tries to get it. Now Barmera Monash get their hands back on it. And the Townside wing inboard to Paul Spilios, who takes the mark. Yeah, it comes out wide now, looking for Whitbourne if he can hold their away. He does hold, and they are away. He goes to half forward. He wants John O'Beach. John O'Beach inside 50 looking for Warnett, just over his head. Can they keep their feet? Warnett goes off the ground inboard to Burton. He had the kick smothered by Spenceley. Spenceley's caught by Burton. Now Burton's caught. They're all going after it. Ball coming loose to the back of the pack, so it's still alive. Wilden it was going after it. He got a handball out. They go work it back to Chris Bonney. He's 50 out, so he pumps a high one in. No mark was able to be taken. It hits the ground. Coming through. Handball back. Left foot snap. He's good. That's young Lockie Marks with that. Right place, right time, front and centre. Got the dish out handball from Waikerie. And Lockie Marks puts his name on the list of goal kickers this afternoon for the Barmera Monash Roos. Takes them to 7-2-44. Waikerie 4-2-26. Yeah, it's been a very even spread. Dane Austin and Joe Ricketts have each got two. Jack Austin, Warnett, and now Lockie Marks. For the Roos, for Waikerie, Spenceley, King, Gaiman and Rashudo, the goal kickers. But Yes, that goal is a big one. The first to the second half is always an important one.
Takes the lead out to 18. It's the largest margin of this game so far this afternoon of either side. The Magpies, with that first inside 50, are probably only a couple of metres away from maybe getting a good mark and another set on goal, but great turnaround from the Roos. It cleared it out, and good composure from a few players through the middle there. Jack Austin just to hold up and not just bomb it away. Back in the middle it is. Burgermeister, another good tap in the middle. And Truscott running onto it for the Magpies. Inside attacking 50, but a great defensive mark taken from the Roos in Wellington.
Yeah, been brilliant. Mitch Wellington today. Probably had the better of Ryan Turner, but it's been a fascinating matchup. Wellington goes towards the wing. Truscott's in front of it. Craig Miller tried to float in, unable to take the mark. Cowling did really well. Goes short. Beach, umpire didn't pay the mark. He's very lucky to have gotten away with that one. Hamble coming towards Burton. Ben Smith went after it, and he's held on to, and we should have a ball up.
I can tell you why the umpire didn't pay the mark, because it bounced in front of Johnny Beach.
Yes,
I think he tried to trick the umpire into saying he'd picked it up off the deck.
That was about an 8-metre kick. Anyway, it comes to Butterworth now. He dribbles one forward. Jack Burgermeister's been very good for Waikerie. Goes to half forward, and Beach, is he going to be paid the mark? It looks like he is. Waikerie fans probably not happy with that, voicing their displeasure with it. Goes short to Justin Bonney. Usually makes good decisions. Goes to the wing. Warnett unable to hold what would have been a brilliant mark. And Heusler ran out of room. We get a ball in front of the interchange gates.
This is 5R Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Just coming up to the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Big game of Riverland footy this afternoon, that is for sure. 18 points the margin. Barmera Monash with the lead. Ball now back in play on the lakeside wing. Another good tap from Burgermeister, who's probably got the better of Chris Bonney in the ruck today. Barmera Monash dive on it, and umpire Sean Lassus says, I'll have it, we'll ball it up. Broadcast wing.
Yeah, bit of a breaking point at the game. 3-goal margin. They wouldn't want to let this get too far further than this, Waikerie. So Burgermeister knocks it on. Nash Andrew was probably held without, and then Beach held onto him when he did have the ball. So we'll get a ball up about 60 out from Wakerie's goal. So just trying to find a way through here. Burgermeister will go up for it again. He was held onto by Bonney, but he got a tap. Heusler goes over his head via hand. Looking for Miller. Ball got knocked down. Miller and Cowling go after it. Bonney got a handball out to Butterworth. Not his best kick. Hilton now enters the play. He got a handball back to Exton. Exton goes to Gaiman. Gaiman now inside 50 looking for Turner. Turner unable to take the mark. Ball got knocked down, and Rory Moore can mop it up via hand to Paul Spilios, and they use the wing.
Yep, intercept, not quite. Barmera Monash get a wobbly old kick up to half forward, but off half back comes the Magpies. Spenceley gets it out to B. B gets a handball away. Out to Haddon. Haddon goes right to, that is Tristan Gaiman, I reckon. Inside attacking 50, and intercept from Wellington again. One of the best defenders today so far for the Roos.
Yeah, you've said intercept from Wellington a few times, especially in this quarter, so shows the game he's having. He goes towards the wing. Jared B should be able to take this. He just fell over his own feet and dropped it. So ball coming loose now. He goes back over it. Got a handball back to Exton. Now to Haddon. Haddon drives it inside 50. Craig Miller wants this, and Craig Miller unable to hold onto it. Gets it onto the right boot. It stays alive. It rolls. What's your decision, umpire? Was it touched? Or was it a free kick? It looks like they're going to deliberate, perhaps.
Umpire's going to have a chat on this one. This could be a crucial one.
I think he signalled ball in, Todd Charlton.
Yeah, probably the right call. I think anything in doubt's all right. Barmera Monash supporters.
Well, we've had more than one of those today already.
What it should be. You never get a wrong call from the Barmera Monash crowd, Lockie Dan. They're always right on the money. The supporters here at the Lakeside. Ball now back in play in attack for the Magpies. Barmera Monash clear it out. Watke bombs it out to half back, but taken by Jared B of the Magpies, and Waikerie going to reset and have another crack here. Small one down the line, finds Benny Smith or Haddon? No,
I think it's Ben Smith.
It is Ben Smith. Ben Smith inside 50. Barmera Monash front and centre push, and it's going to be a free kick to Barmera Monash. Really, the inside attack for Magpie Waikerie is really focusing on King, which clearly, he's the leading goal kicker, but Barmera Monash seem to always have players in front and behind every time.
Yeah, Mitchell and Wellington and even Cowling working really well together. It's probably the best game I've seen Cowling play this year. First year route. Comes down to Burgermeister. He gets a handball back to B. He should be able to load them into attack. Chooses not to. Goes via hand to Nash Andrew. Nash Andrew's kick was smothered. He got knocked down. Cowling dropped that ball. Heusler, Spenceley almost lost his head. Come back to Cowling. Handball to Rory Moore. Went past Butterworth. Ryan Turner enters the equation. Tries to go back after it on more than one occasion. Ball's going to be held up. No, it still stays alive. Comes now to Wellington, and we get a ball up, I would have thought.
Just inside attacking 50 for the Magpies. They trail by 18. 7-2-44 Barmera Monash. Waikerie 4-2-26. Ball up. No ruckman got their hand on it at all. Matt Waikey picks it up off the bounce. Kicks it inside the centre square. Hill now for Barmera Monash. Up to Ricketts. There's no one in the 50. If Ricketts can get this in front, but he can't. It's Braun. Now to Jack Burgermeister, a broadcast wing. Looks for B. It might be out of bounds just inside. B keeps it in. Takes a bit of ground now to the top of the 50, and Kate Hilton takes an easy mark right at the top of the 50 arc for the Magpies. Last year's Willis medalist, and just points to the goals and says, don't worry about leading for this one, boys. I'll take it.
Outstanding from Jared B. And he got a bit of fortune with that ball staying on its way, but that's how the footy bounces sometimes, and that's what Waikerie needed. And Caden Hilton, I would have thought this would go right to the goal square, so have your markers in play. He kicked from 55. He doesn't get it anywhere near he wants to. Ryan Turner's in play. Got knocked down by Wellington. Truscott goes after it. He beat Whitbourne to the footy. Shrugs the tackle. Gets onto the right boot. High ball. Top of the square. Can King take a mark? Ball got knocked down, and it should roll through for a minor score. Margin 17.
Yeah, no goals taken there, and yeah, Magpies just needed someone behind the play there, and they could have maybe just walked into an easy goal. But nonetheless, all the Magpies were going for the mark in front and centre. Barmera Monash now with the kick out is Justin Bonney, who goes lakeside. No one able to take clean mark. Jared B for the Magpies gets a handball out. Now Dane Austin for the Roos just tries to wrestle his way through, and umpire says, I'll have it. Ball up. 55 out from the Magpies goal. Jack Austin taking the ruck work, but it was Benny Smith for the Magpies. He got his hands on it. Gets it to Heusler in the pocket, who kicks it around the corner and kicks it out of bounds. And that is out on the full. And it's going to be a free kick taken there by Jamison Whitbourne for Barmera Monash.
Yeah, he's a good user, Jamison. As I said, bit of a big out that went unnoticed when he went out towards the start of the season, because he was putting together a really good month of footy in the opening stages of this 2025 season. He finds Matt Wilden on this occasion. Halfback for the Roos. Become a consistent defender, Matt Wilden, after spending his stages the premiership year up forward. He goes a floating ball. Jack Burgermeister knocks it down. Butterworth, can he keep it alive? Ben Smith, well, it does stay in place, so we'll get a ball up, actually. Would have thought sometimes from this spot you could almost just ball it in by the time you walk back 5 metres, but yeah, we'll get a ball up anyway.
Right in front of us here in the broadcast position at Barmera. Miller takes the ruck work, but it was Jack Austin that got a wobbly old kick away and out of bounds, and this will be a free kick to Waikerie, you would think, and it is. Jake Spenceley's going to take it. No, he's not.
Sam Tranderfield.
So Spenceley, obviously a smart user of the footy, but what does Tranderfield do with this one? I think just long and direct is probably what you can hope for. Does that inside 50. Turner couldn't mark it. Truscott pops up, has a kick at goal, and that has missed the lot.
Oh, yeah, you just needed to get a bit more bend on it, but yeah, Roos leading it by 17 points. Bonnie's in the back pocket. He's going to be paid the mark. Almost got a bit lucky, but probably would have worked it out anyway, but Bonnie's a good user. They'll be happy to have it in his hands. That's not a great kick, though. It's almost turned over, but the Roos should be able to recover it. Wilden went after it, got knocked over, but got a handball out. Butterworth was held onto by Smith, and we'll get a ball up. About 55 out from the Roos goal, town side.
Sense the Magpies need something here. Barmera Monash have this uncanny knack of getting a lead and just holding on to it. They take the clearance. Watkey doesn't waste any time kicking it. It was a bit wobbly, but now Nitschke there for the Magpies. He's going to get a free kick for in the back, and that will be a very important kick at half forward. So Lockie Nitschke, what's he going to do? Goes short, looks for Rashudo over the top, finds Craig Miller, but he was wrapped up as soon as he got his hands on it, and there'll be a ball up now. 55 out from the Magpies goal, nearly 13 minutes played, third quarter.
Almost unlucky to not to get a free there, Rashudo, but Craig Miller won the tap down. Hilton now, can he provide some magic? He's 45 out, he wants King, he's got 3 to beat, he does it! brilliant mark, Sean King, and he'll have a shot from about 10 metres out directly in front.
And that could be the 5rm.com mark of the day for Sean King. We'll put his name there alongside another one that he took earlier. Has a very important kick for goal here, straight in front, going to be kicking from, let's say, 15 out. He's taken the Mitch Stark run-up. This should be in the books, you'd think.
Yeah, he's got his second. That's no problem. It's a big goal. Margins 11, Waikerie 5, 3:33. They trail the Roos 7-2-44.
Important kick and an important moment on the scoreboard. Margin now back to 11 points. Got a big afternoon of Riverland footy, this one, as well as the next 3 weeks. One of the closest seasons we've had in a very long time in the Riverland Football League, and we're absolutely loving it here at 5RM. Of course, we do it all thanks to McDonald's Renmark. The big arch has now arrived. So back to the middle it goes. I think Barmera Monash's defence has done pretty well holding up King, but they can't really stop the delivery to him.
Just noticing Jono Beach on the wing at the moment on the Lakeside, and I think the Roos want to see more from him. He's been around the play, but usually we have a bit more Jono Beach magic in terms of a scoreboard impact. So interesting to see what they do with him going forward in this one. So Butterworth now out of the midfield. He's had a lot of the footy, been one of their best. He wants Warnett, and Warnett takes a good mark. He'll wheel around. He just takes his time. He still hasn't quite made up what he's going to do. I would have thought he'll go long. He plays on, goes onto the left boot, into the pocket. It's just over the head of Dane Austin. It's going to roll, and Joe Ricketts just ran out of ribs. So we get a ball inside Barmera Monash's forward 50.
Yeah, Ricketts got his hands on it, but he was pretty much on the boundary line at that moment. So a ball in, 14 or nearly 15 minutes gone. Not really much breeze to speak of, but it is starting to build up a little bit. Magpies try to shark this one out, but umpire says, I'll have it again. They nearly had a clearance out of there, Waikerie, but it wasn't to be. So another stoppage here this afternoon. Ball up, now deep in attack for the Roos. Out, it goes to Beach. He got a handball away, but it wasn't that far. Magpie screaming for holding the ball. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Good turnout here at the Lakeside. Lovely day for footy. Top 2 spot on the line. Ball knocked out.
Another good tap from Burgermeister. Finds its way in front of Truscott. Wraps up his opponent. And we'll get another ball up.
Contested footy has been a bit of the story of this game, and then all of a sudden there'll be 3 goals in about 2 minutes. So contested stages at the moment. Burton trying to find a way through. He did, and he gets a high ball inside 50. Ricketts will have a run at this, but it was Burgermeister who just held strong, and he takes another intercept mark. Been good at that today. He wants Exton out wide. He'll try and get around Drogamullah. Did okay. Worked it out to his teammate. Now it comes to Geeman. Geeman goes on that right boot. He wants Turner to take a mark. It's over the heads. And it should be a ball up, I would have thought, going nowhere in that contest. Yeah. So ball up right in front of the Australian flag here at the Lakeside Oval.
Yeah, Stewie Liebig there having another solid crack at it before. Laid in for this one this afternoon for the Magpies. Tapped to the advantage of Waikerie. But now it's Kate Hilton that gets his hands on it. Kicks it inboard, downfield, free kick. Magpies took the mark anyway. And they're off here if they can get this one on quickly. Inside, centre square still. It's Callum Haddon. Kicks it quickly. Looking for a shooto. King couldn't mark it right in front of Liebig. Stewart handles over the top. King in the pocket. He was tackled by 2 players, and that is holding the ball, and he's done the big push-off on Justin Bonney straight after, but free kick to Saxton Mitchell for the Roos.
Yeah, Roos fans very happy with that. Waikerie had Ryan Turner all on his own in the goal square. If they could have had about 2 more metres, they would have got it over. Warnett knocks that one down. Trent Ogle gets a thumping kick down the line. Joe Ricketts will run after this one. Can he get there in time? I don't know. Oh, I'm not sure if he did. What's the umpire say? He goes free kick to Waikerie for last touch, so it's probably there. I think Joe Ricketts just ran out of room by about a metre. He'll kick down the line is Jack Burgermeister. He wants Kate Hilton or Craig Miller. Roos get the numbers. Cowling couldn't quite the second bite. Hilton goes now to half forward as it's over the head. Sean Kings enters the scene. He takes the footy, hands inside to Rashudo. Couldn't take it cleanly. Went the bump. Then the ball got held on to, and we'll get a ball up about 40 out from the Waikerie goal.
Yeah, Saxton Mitchell there for the Roos just dived on it and just held it in enough for a ball up. Lucky Dan.
Yeah, they're just lacking a bit of clean play inside forward 50 Waikerie. Cowling got a handball out and came to Wellington to Wacky to Burton off half back. Burton's handball was smothered by Hilton. It comes back now to Waikerie, to Butterworth. They should be able to mop this up. They want Spilios, and they get Spilios, and Spilios is away with that run and dash he's got. He goes towards half forward. No mark was able to be taken. Exton now to Burgermeister. Waikerie now to half back, and they want Jake Spenceley. He's got a couple to beat. He flies for it, and the ball is knocked out of play. And it's going to be a free kick to Spenceley.
Maybe for in the back,
yeah,
or an unrealistic attempt. I'm not sure which one was which. I
well,
thought
Jake went up for the mark.
That's what I mean. It's probably much of a muchness there between them for unrealistic attempts. Spenceley bombs it quickly to half forward, finds its way to Stuart Liebig. He gets it over the top, finds Miller, but Barmera Monash think otherwise. Now loose footy inside 50. Hilton, can he pick it up cleanly? He can't. Stuart Liebig's in there as well for the Magpies. He dives on it and will get a stoppage. 35 out, directly in front of goal of the Magpies. 19 minutes just gone on the Riverland wine room clock.
Big couple of minutes coming up with three-quarter time. Ruben Rashudo, can he provide something? Ball knocked out. Comes to Burton. He's had a lot of the ball in this quarter. He goes short to Hill. Hill marks at half-back. Hasn't played too many A-grade games this year. He goes to Trent Ogle. Trent Ogle at half-back now. Just trying to find a way forward for the Roos. He goes down the line. He wants Chris Bonney. Waikerie have got the numbers, so it should either be knocked out of play, and that's exactly what it is. We get a ball in right in front of the town side.
Brody Hill, bit of a journeyman at Riverland footy. 2004 Locks North Premiership player, Lockie Dant.
There you go.
Fun fact for this afternoon.
Yeah.
Played a couple of years for the Tigers as well. He's been everywhere. Good to see him back at A-grade level. Now loose footy in the centre square. Magpies hungry for it. And there's Truscott again, playing an absolute ripping game. Gets it up to half forward, and Turner takes a mark, dishes it out quickly to Rashudo. Out to the pocket, looking for King. Couldn't take it cleanly. Now Rashudo crumbs that one front and centre. Loose footy, deep in attack. Barmera Monash just pushed that one out of bounds through Trent Ogle. And umpire is going to say,
it's ball
in.
Yeah, AFL level, he might have been pinged for insufficient intent, but it's Riverland footy.
It's probably a good metre and a half, 2 metres from the boundary when he did it. Yeah. Anyway, ball now back in, deep in attack. Turner takes the mark out of the ruck and takes the ball out of the ruck and went to push forward. He was stopped, and umpire says I'll have it again. I thought that might have been holding the ball.
Yeah, when you do that, you sort of give away your prior opportunity. Ball knocked down. Sean King doing the ruck work on that occasion. Rashudo tried to burst through. Butterworth held him up. It's just contested at the moment. Dying stage is third term. Massive couple of minutes. 11-point leaders, the Roos.
Ball now back up in the air. Spenceley gets the crumbs, but Barmera Monash get their hands on it. Butterworth just shaked it out. And we'll get another ball up.
Yeah, I'm
looking a little bit further out from goal.
Looking at Spenceley here. He's the one that might burst through for Waikerie. Hilton's off the back of the play, so he's probably out of it at the moment, but Jake's right in the action. If they can snap a goal, he goes after it. Did he win a free? Umpire said no. Waikerie got a handball out to Spilios. To Trent Ogle. Had a big couple of minutes. He goes out wide. It's going to sit in its end. Exton almost came and hit him in the face. He run out of room. Wilden did well. Get the ball in.
Exton was waiting for that one just to bounce out of bounds because he knew it would have been a free kick, but unfortunately it bounced back in like a wrong, and then the ball's landed in his lap and he had to just walk over the line with it. Ball in, broadcast wing. Hilton, front and centre, gets the crumb. Back to Burgermeister. Hilton was taken a bit late, but umpire says I'll have the ball again.
Wacky's copped one here. He's reeled down on his haunches. He's very slow to get up. He would have been happy that was a ball in. There's your three-quarter time siren. And at three-quarter time in this one, it is a massive finish coming up because it's the Roos 7-2-44. They lead the Magpies 5-3-33. Huge final term coming up.
Absolutely. Let's go around the grounds at 5RM Footy Central with Trevor Scott in the Sideline View studio. Trev, what have you got? Yeah, thank you, Trevor Scott. Keeping a close eye on the Murray Valley Football and Netball League, which is always good here at 5RM. Riverland football this afternoon live at Barmera. It is the Barmera Monash Rouge with the lead. They lead by 11 at three-quarter time, 7-2-44. Leading the Magpies at 5-3-33. Just the 2 goals in that third quarter. One from Lockie Marks for Barmera Monash and Sean King for the Magpies. Lockie down, we have a big fourth quarter to come.
Yeah, we do. And I thought Waikerie, if they kicked a goal late and had it within 5 in that quarter for their dominance, they probably deserve one. But underway in this final quarter, it is a massive, massive quarter. Top 2 on the line. Burgermeister and Bonnie are in the ruck. Burgermeister won the tap down. Bursting through Jared B. Brilliant. Goes to Hoyslers. Had his moments. He goes to Turner. Good hands out. Leiby goes round on the snap. He wants Sean King in the one-on-one. It's knocked down. It's going to stay in play. Truscott enters the scene. And runs out of room, and we get a ball in deep inside, attacking 50 for the Pies.
They've started off the quarter well, kicking to the Barmera play space, Barmera Yacht Club end, or the western end, if you're looking at a more of a compass point of view. Ball now back in play. Barmera Monash just tried to bomb it out, but it didn't really hit a target. They managed to shake it off the deck, and Burton's just kicked it to the boundary, but it stays in play. It's going to be taken out of bounds now by the Magpies through the hands of Taryn Brock, and we'll have a ball in Lakeside wing here at Barmera. That chill just starting to roll in, Lockie Dan.
Yeah, Burton's worked his way into this one really, really well. I thought his third quarter was huge off of half-back. They might have put him back there. Just noting some positional moves for the Roos. Jack Austin is at centre half forward at the moment, so he'll be looking for a big clunk, but if it gets there, Chris Bonney now over it. Ball up again. Contested start of this final quarter.
Absolutely. Just gone over a minute played. Just 11 points the margin. Ball up. Tap inboard from Bonnie. Found its way to Albrecht. He got a kick away. Looks for Waikerie, but his opponent, Nitschke, managed to get his hands on it. But Waikerie got it back and got a hand off to Lockie Moore. Now at full half forward. No, sorry, it was Lockie Marks. It wasn't Rory Moore. Bit mistaken before. So a ball up on the just outside the attacking 50 for Barmera Monash, kicking now to the eastern end of the ground. Ball up. Brad Burgermeister doing the ruck work now against Jack Austin. Ball hasn't gone that far. And I think umpire Todd Charlton's going to say, I'll have another go at that, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, 55 out from the Roos goal. 11-point leaders.
I don't think it's enough of a lead to just lock it down and try and hold on from here for Barmera Monash, though. They need to keep trying to score.
Absolutely not.
Jared B. out of the pack, finds its way to Exton for Waikerie. Looks for Hilton on the wing. It's Truscott running past. Hilton was taken without it, and he'll get a free kick. And that was holding on every day of the week.
Probably not in the opinion of the Roos fans here, but I think it was there. Hilton goes down the line. Mitch Wellington couldn't quite take the mark. And it's seen over the line, so ball in, just in front of the Waikerie supporters down there. Good contingent here at Lakeside.
Yeah, missing those not here, missing a lovely afternoon. Barmera Monash Football Club hospitality always sensational. Now it's found its way out to B for the Magpies. Kicks it inside, attacking 50, but no one home. And Barmera Monash through Jamison Whitbourne go on the big switch, and it's found its way to Burton. Just holds up. Didn't want to take on his opponent, Jake Spenceley, inboard to Jack Albrecht. He goes now to the broadcast wing and finds Butterworth, who goes and plays on. Had to handball quickly, finds Marks, kicks inside 50. No one home for the Roos. Lachlan Nitschke gets his hand on it, but it's just intercepted there from Marks. Back inboard for the Roos. Jono beats the target, a couple of bites at it. Umpire says off hands, and didn't quite claim that one.
I think the umpire's right. I think Jack Burgermeister actually touched that first. So good decision by the umpire from what I could tell. He throws it up now. Ball getting knocked down. Waikerie unable to clear it. Brock didn't quite get a foot on it. It was play on, and Albrecht was taken too high. He wants to move it quickly. Doesn't want to have the shot because he spots Burton, and Burton will mark and have a shot from about 45 out, almost directly in front.
An important kick for the Roos. 4 minutes gone. Fourth quarter Riverland footy on 5RM.
This makes it tough.
Seal this one. Would extend the lead out to 17 points. But he hasn't kicked it yet, so don't mark it down just yet. Not much breeze to speak of, though, here at the Lakeside today. Straight in front. Kicks from 45 out. looks okay off the boot. He puts his hands up in the air and the umpire does the two pistols. And that's a goal in Australian rules football.
Yeah, Burton loves a goal, shown by that celebration there. Very happy. Back home this year, Steve Burton, former Central Districts and Adelaide Crows Sandful side footballer. So, yeah, showing his class on that occasion. That's a big goal, margin out to 17 points.
Yeah, 8-250 leading Waikerie Magpies. 5-3-33 on the Berry Better scoreboard. And Berry Better have got the largest range of angle fridges in the Riverland. Go in, have a chat to Sean and the team today. Back to the centre it goes. Waikerie are going to have to try and find something here. A lot on this one. Winner takes second spot on the ladder. Chris Bonney does the ruck work. Gets it out to Butterworth, then to Burton, then back to Butterworth. Butterworth now up to half forward. Jake Spenceley for the Magpies. Couldn't quite mark it. Lachlan Marks gets a hand off to Waikerie. He takes on a couple of opponents. Umpire says play on. He just must have got a hand to it. Tackle in the middle, and it's taken high. Spenceley, he's going to get the free.
Yeah, the Rouge fans weren't too happy with that, but Spenceley almost just about had his head ripped off. He goes out wide on this occasion. The Rouge leading it by 17 points, so Waikerie with a bit of a mountain to climb. 5 minutes gone. Final term towards the wing. Ryan Turner goes up for it, takes a strong mark. Contender for the mark of the day. Just trying to move their side forward. They go inboard to Haddon, a good mid-season recruit. Trying to find a way through for Waikerie. They just can't waste possession, but they're going to have to go down the line to the contest, I would have thought, shortly. Haddon wants to get around his man. He's held on to. He gets a handball away. Turner caught. Now Cowling. Hands on. Bonney. Warnock can get and go. He runs to 55. He pulls it short to Jack Austin. Dane wants it long. He's got a couple to beat, so Jack says, I'm not passing to my brother.
Spilios screaming for it in the pocket. But
Jack Austin from 50. He goes long. It's right to the line. It is all the way home. That is a brilliant goal from Jack Austin. He didn't like what he saw in terms of whether to pass it off or not, so he just went long and put through his second.
Ninth goal for the Barmera Monash Rouge. 9-2-56 leading the Magpies. 5-3-33. I think those leads from some of those Barmera Monash forwards, if anything, just cleared out the goal square. And Jack just went, thanks, guys, and just bombed it long. No one home. And straight through and takes the lead out to 23 points.
Yeah, it makes it really, really tough for Waikerie now. You would have thought they didn't quite capitalise in that third quarter and they needed a goal. They didn't quite get one. And Barmera Monash are making them pay at the moment, so just got to be careful here, Waikerie. Almost gave away a 666 infringement, as you mentioned earlier in the call. So
great bit of play there too from young Lockie Marks that took that game on, and one of those link-up players that got that ball forward. Back to the middle it is. Waikerie need the clearance. Jared B dives on it. Umpire says, we'll go again.
Yeah, Rouge leading it by 23 points, so lucky. So Burgermeister in the ruck. He whacks it forward past Hilton. Truscott runs onto it. Caught by Whitbourne. Handball over the top. Comes to Liebig. Wants a teammate at full forward, and he finds Sean King. And the Waikerie Magpies need this to go through to cut the margin back to 17 points. And for Sean King's third.
They're not done yet. The Magpies got an uncanny knack just snatching some wins when it looks like it's out of reach this year.
If you speak to Waikerie people, they are very happy with the fitness levels of the side this year. So can that come to the top in this final quarter? Sean King from about 35 metres. Looks okay off the boot. And the goal umpire says it's minus score. So 22-point game in favour of the Roos.
Barmera Monash with the kick out. They take it to the Townside wing and they go long. Good mark taken, unopposed there. Spilios. Got a bit of time. Looks like he might go on the switch and does. Back inboard, small pass. Got Moore screaming for it. He's not going to pass. Spilios might get this one back on the other side now. But gets told to play on. To a bit of space and finds Lachlan Marks, who's having a brilliant second half of this game. Looks for Whitbourne. Couldn't quite rake it in. Paddles it forward. Stewie Liebig trying to get his hands on it, but he can't. Whitbourne. Handball was intercepted, but was holding the ball. Took a bit too long. So Spenceley with the free broadcast side.
Yeah, halfback for him. He wants to go into the middle. He wants Truscott. Been very good for the Waikerie. Both of those players have, in fact. Truscott wide to Hilton, another one who's been good. They need some magic from the winless medalist in this last quarter if they raise this 22-point deficit. Hilton going short to Ben Smith. Had some moments. Goes short. Wants Spenceley. Clattered into by Warnett legally. Whitbourne just almost dropped it on his foot without any traction, and that's going to be holding the ball. That is a great... Oh, he's paid a sling. So it's a dangerous tackle. It's going to be a free kick to Callum Haddon. Centre of Barmera Oval. Goes wide looking for Exton. Ball got knocked out. Brodie Hill found a way through. One way, then the other. Down the line kick should trickle out, and Cade Hilton will take the free right in front of the Barmera Monash coach's box.
Yeah, the Magpies are going to have to go straight through the middle and be quick. They're going to have to overturn a 22-point margin. Small kick inboard. Finds Haddon. Been serviceable today. Goes also inboard to Nitschke, who's looking to play with a bit more urgency. Goes now back to Hilton. Broadcast wing. A true centre wing position. Down the line to a contest. Looking for Turner. Got the hands on it after the bounce. Went to bomb it long by hand, but Butterworth for Barmera Monash got his hands on it. Gets it back to Hill through the middle. Barmera now up to half forward, and Joey Ricketts takes a mark unopposed. And he's going to look long. I think he will. Go into the square. Get under that. Good luck. And gets its hands under that, does Lucas Warnett. And that is a great contested mark for the young Barmera Monash forward.
Hasn't probably had the day he wanted in front of goal. Only the one so far. He should put through number 2 here, but I've liked the way he's moved around the ground, and he hasn't given up. He's been good in the air, and he's just continued his really good season in his first year of senior footy for the Roos, and I would expect it to be a long career. He should put this through. At the moment, he'll be focused on giving them a 28-point lead. And it's no problems for Lucas Warnett and the Roos. They lead this one by 28 points. 11 minutes gone, final term.
It's going to be a big one from here. Crazier things have happened. 62 plays, 34 on the Berry Better scoreboard. And Berry Better, a coffee machine for every kind of coffee drinker. Would he be the double shot macchiato, Lockie Dan? Would that be your type? Or
Probably not mine, but there's a few more fancy coffee drinkers in the region. You have to have some Nobby when he gets back, I would have thought.
I'm just a latte type operator myself. But, anyway, nonetheless, Sean and the team at Berry Better can sort you out. All back to the centre it is. Still got a bit of time in this one, just coming up to 12 minutes played. So if Magpies could get a wriggle on, we could see some action, but they're going to have to get the first clearance here.
Yeah, they need a bit of momentum.
Burgermeister back in the ruck work. He's done the fair bit of it. Had the tap, but it just went straight into the hands of Wilden for Barmera Monash. Up to half forward, drop short of Burton. Now the Magpies. Tristan Gaiman goes on the switch, inboard to Brad Burgermeister, who got the mark. It looked a bit unconventional, but he got up. Now he's just going to bomb it to the left, looking for Tristan Gaiman, or is it Turner? It could be Turner, I think it is. It is too. Turner's got the ball. The Townside wing right under the Australian flag here at the bottom of Barwell Avenue. Goes inboard. Not going to make the 50. Over the back it goes. Now it's rolled into the 50, but Whitbourne for Barmera Monash gets his hands on it and just kicks it back the other way where it came from. Umpire's called a free kick here for holding on, and that's going to go to Waikerie. Inboard to Nitschke. He's got a bit of space.
They're playing possession footy at the moment, Waikerie, and I'm not really sure why, because they're 28 points down, and we are 13 minutes into the last quarter, so they need to get a bit of a move on. But they've got it with Hilton at half forward now, so he's got to make a good decision, Kate. He's probably too far out to score. He wants King, and he finds him.
Good little sit there from Hilton. Just waited enough time for a few players to clear out, and King got on the lead. He's got the ball in the left forward pocket for the Magpies, the league leading goal kicker.
He's got 2 today.
And it's an important kick.
Come in from about 30 metres off the boot. Looks okay. He's pretty happy with it. Margins back to 22 points, and there's a sign of life for Waikerie.
Going to need something big here, and now's the time you're going to have to get all your A-graders in the middle. I'm thinking Cade Hilton's got to go in there. Tristan Gaiman, you just got to roll the dice. I'm not sure how the Magpies are going to line up here. Probably very different to what I've just suggested, but
Wouldn't mind Spenceley getting into the middle too. Truscott as well.
Looks
like Truscott is going to the midfield with B. Just trying to work out who their third midfielder is.
Benny Smith might be in there.
Yep.
Not much time left for rotations. You've just got to roll the dice here. I think that is Benny Smith. 26. It is too. Anyway, back in the middle it is. See what the Magpies can do here. B and Truscott. I like that combination.
Yep.
Smith might be playing that lockdown type role on Albrecht. Good tap from Burgermeister. Now to Smith. Right into him. Gets the kick away. Up to half forward it goes. Get onto that. Kate Hilton drops a bit short. Magpies look hungry. Liebig gets it back. Breaks the tackle. Does Miller. Now to Truscott. Gets it out again to Tranderfield. To the top of the 50 arc that goes. Punch forward. Now in King. A loose footy. Shakes his opponent. Handballs back in board. The Magpies might get a goal here, and I reckon they will. Liebig gets wrapped up and tackled. Socket throw off the deck.
Minor score.
Minor score.
Not sure what happened there. It was just a bit chaotic, really. But
Stewie
Liebig
Liebig getting in there, getting amongst it today, which is great to see. Brings the margin back down to 21 points on the Berry Better scoreboard. 15 and a half minutes played. You only sense that if the Magpies could have slotted that one, there might have been a bit more urgency. Ball now back up to right half back for Barmera Monash. It's gone out of bounds. Waikerie might get a kick here.
I think they might ball it in.
Umpires are going to have a chat on this one.
Had a few of these today.
So they're just having a chat about where a player got their hands onto it, and will this be a last possession or a ball in? It's going to be a throw in. Probably the right call.
It seems to be the case when they can't quite work it out and they go to deliberate. They generally figure out to ball it in. So they're going to do 155 out from the Waikerie goal at, as Nobby calls it, the play space end. Ball in, trying to work their way through the Pies. Barmera Monash, though, working it out. It's a free kick. It's going to be coming back. It looks like it's a free to Waikere's Ben Smith.
Yeah.
Umpire paid a dangerous tackle. It's going to be kicked inside 50. They want Turner to be able to take a mark, but he can't do so. Knocked to the ground now.
Oh,
and
straight
Barmera
through.
Monash able to mop it up. Brilliant stuff.
Unlucky. Tristan Gaiman just straight through the hands. He was right there for the spot, but when it's not your day, it's not your day, unfortunately. Out of left half back, right half back for Barmera Monash, and you can only sense now that the Roos could probably wind the clock down if they wanted to, but they look like they might have been given the sign to slow it up a little bit.
Well, no one in the competition plays possession footy better than what Barmera Monash do. They go to the wing on this occasion from Burton. Jack Burgermeister takes another intercept mark. He's been sensational today off half-back. Really worked into this one well. Through to Spenceley. Takes a tackler on. Has to take a second one on. Got a handball out. Barmera Monash with the numbers. Comes to Albrecht. Goes short and finds his target.
Chris Bondy's just doing the cool your Jets, boys. Let's slow it down a bit.
No rush. He goes back across and finds Justin Bonney. Justin Bonney at halfback. Splits it wide to Rory Moore. Had some nice moments, Rory.
Plenty of time. Decides to go back in board.
Back to Bonney. Just adding to his possession tally. Another prolific day for him. He wants Chris, who got a bit of extras from Bud Burgermeister. Wanted 25 to the crowd, but not paid. Centre of the ground. Looked one way and looked the other. And I think he's going to go backwards. No. Chooses to go a bit longer and wider. Gaiman should be able to chop this off. He does. Waikerie have got to use the corridor here. They're 21 points down. Gaiman trying to take him on. He goes towards Hilton. He did really well to take that away from Drogamalla. And Hilton goes wide for Exton. He's got players in the middle of the ground. One of them's B. He didn't see him. He goes short to Truscott instead. B's over the back. You've got to get it there. Truscott holding it up. And he's just trying to find an option. He goes down the line. It's wide. Is it too wide? No, it's going to be knocked over the line, though. And the Roos lead it by 21 points.
This is 5 Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. The big arch has arrived at Macca's. See Ryan Shaw with the tracksuit on, and did actually pick that up. He did go off pretty early in the game with a bit of a niggle, so he hasn't played much of this game at all. So Waikerie down one rotation all afternoon, certainly not helping. Barmera Monash now through the middle. Kate Hilton for the Magpies, though, has other ideas. Manages to rake it in. Closing speed, phenomenal from Hilton.
Yeah, they've just been cleaner, I think, Barmera Monash, and that's what's helped them in this game, particularly inside attacking 50. Waikerie have just it's that last kick that's sort of undone the Pies today. But they're at half forward on this occasion. Barmera Monash able to mop it up through Albrecht to Burton. Been good again. Looks and finds Brody Hill. Probably hasn't done too much wrong, Brody Hill, in his return to the side. Goes across the ground and spots Rory Moore. He can go to Spilios if he wants him. Chooses not to. Looks a little bit further ahead for Drogamala. Been a bit quiet. 55 out from goal.
Just holding up for a second. He's probably got a bit of time here.
Not sure whether... Okay. Looks like he wants to go for the shot. I don't think he's got the journey, so I'd be quite alert if I were a Waikerie defender that he's going to pass this off. His eyes are darting everywhere.
Oh.
And he spots Whitbourne straight off the bench, I reckon. Whitbourne just about 55 out, just making sure the child didn't enter the field of play there.
Young toddler just keen to have a crack at A-grade footy. It was good to see. Whitbourne out of the top of the square. Waikerie both front and centre. B gets it out to Hilton, and the ball comes back to where just about Whitbourne kicked it from. Down the line goes Hilton looking for Turner. Couldn't quite rake it in. Jack Austin just gets it on the boot. That's gone up into orbit. They all fly up and, Burgermeister. There it is. A late mark of the day contender. He went to play on. The ball was chopped off. Now through the middle it goes. Truscott for the Magpies. Gets his hands on it. Gets it out to B. B, a wobbly old kick off the deck. Trent Ogle for the Roos. Gets onto it. And now through Albrecht. Now Burton. Just calming things down. Justin Bonney, another great performance this afternoon.
Not sure anyone works harder than Justin Bonney. Just runs all day for them and rarely does much wrong.
Just holds it up, and I just see that young toddler in the forward pocket was keen to have another crack there. Luckily, the ball's in a different spot. Magpies now deep into out of defence. They go through Hilton up to centre wing, and Mitch Wellington. That's about as far as it goes. And Barmera Monash are going to go on the rebound. Looking for Ricketts. Pushed forward. Spenceley couldn't quite get it in. Now Albrecht. Spenceley for the Magpies, though. Just breaks a couple of players and gets through the middle. Gets it out to Liebig. Just holds it up in the centre. I think the Buzzers are going to beat him, unfortunately, today for the Magpies. But we've seen a bit. Liebig goes to the lakeside wing.
There. Yep, here's Ruben Rashudo. Wants to go via hand to his lookalike in Jared B. Kicks it inside 50, but the Roos are well covered yet again. And Trent Ogle, he's done some nice things when he's had the ball. Young Trent goes short to Jamison Whitbourne. They'd be very happy to have him back in their side, I would have thought, especially come business end of this competition as they have another premiership tilt. Whitbourne to Burton. Back to Whitbourne. They're probably just happy to beef up the stats a bit and play a bit of possession footy. No need to get anyone injured. Job's probably getting very close to being done. Whitbourne finds his target out wide.
21-point buffer for the Roos at home.
So the sting's almost gone out of this one. They find Waikerie. Good year for Barmera Monash in 2025. Will be important as well. He finds Justin Bonney, takes a good mark centre of the ground. It's just continuing on his merry way. The reigning best and fairest winner in a grand final year generally indicates you've had a pretty good year. Goes to Trent Ogle. Roos just still holding possession. Waikerie just, I think, have run out of energy a little bit. I think the Roos have too. They go back to Bonney again. Justin Bonney out wide. He wants... Oh, well played by Exton. He's been good off half-back. Not a great kick towards Gaiman. Butterworth tracks after it. He was dived onto by... And he got the footy out. Did really well. No clean possession taken by Bonney. King went after it. Got a handball out. Butterworth again. Started their game brilliantly. Up towards half-forward. Joe Ricketts now. Kick 2 in the second quarter at this end. Lines up from the boundary and says, thank you for coming. Brilliant finish, Joe Ricketts. He's got 3, and the Roos have got a 27-point lead.
And a late contender for the Berry Better goal of the day, Joe Ricketts. Fantastic to see, and that, as you said, just really seals it up even more. A 27-point margin for the Roos. 11-68, playing Waikerie 6-5-41. The Roos have been pushed, but when they've needed to perform, they have delivered.
Yeah, they have, and it just shows a sign of a good team. I feel like this has been a a typical Barmera Monash performance that we've come to note of recent years, and why they had their premiership success and such a good year last year, but stumbled on the final day. And if they can continue this, they will be hard to beat, no doubt about that. So ball back in the middle now, dying stages. Matt Waikerie tracking after it. Hilton got it out. B onto Spenceley. Spenceley trying to find a way through. There's your siren. And Barmera Monash take this one by 27 points and head to second spot after 13 rounds of the Riverland Footy League.
A brilliant afternoon of Riverland football we have witnessed, but it's a case of Roo beauty here this afternoon at the Lakeside on what's one of the Roo's final home games for the year. Just 3 games now to play, but before we do that, Barmera Monash will celebrate a win here this afternoon, and when we return, we will wrap up all of our awards and best performances. But just recapping that score, Barmera Monash 11-2-68, defeating Waikerie 6-5-41 here at the Lakeside. Trevor Scott, over to you.